Hi, Scott and Terry. Just wanted to take a moment to go through just the revisions that I just made there before I head out this afternoon with the right wall. If you're looking at Scott's closet, so below that area where I have some static shelving, we went ahead and added some drawers. And there's two different ways to go about doing this. There's some slight differences in cost. Some people have a preference one way or the other. I think based on what you're storing, that may help dictate the direction that you'd want to go. But you can see here, as we look at the front central view, this is, we added drawers to the bottom, and the picture's a little bit misleading if I see here. It looks like a wooden box. It's not, it's actually a metal box. I really like it. It gives some good adjustment. It's very sturdy. The front face of this would be a slab. We can do different door profiles if you wanted to something that looked like more like a raised panel. We can do that as well, but it's currently just a slab front, and it would be in that white finish as well. And then as we look at what it's going to look like, where I can pan around the room, I can show you a little bit more closely what I have in mind and what the differences are between this one and the one that the alternative that I'm going to show you. So as we pan down, you can see here, as these drawers close up, they're going to be an inset door, but they cover the entirety of that space. So that way, whatever contents you have in there, you wouldn't be able to see. It's important for some people, maybe it's not for others, but I wanted to make sure you're aware of that. We've got 6 spaces, 6 shelves up here. These are all going to be adjustable. This bottom will be fixed, top will be fixed. There might be another fixed one in there. I'd have to look at the drawing again just to make sure on the print, but that gives you an idea of what that's going to look like. So now we'll take a look at the other option where it doesn't have quite the same drawer face with a handle. It's what we just call a box. It's still going to be made of it's a metal with a front face on it. It's going to match, but it's not trying to fill up all of that open space. And I'll show you, hopefully this makes more sense in just a second. So here's what that's going to look like. You can see it doesn't have the drawer handle or anything. It's hard to tell from this picture, but as I scroll through to show you some others, you'll see the difference there. These are all, they're not going to have a front drawer face on them. The others have a drawer face, and maybe this will help here when I look a little bit closer. Yeah, you can see when it closes up, there's going to be essentially gaps in there where you can see in. So I've made this one deeper. I want to say this is an 8 or 10 inch unit. These are either 5 or 7.5 inch units, but it gives you really the same amount of space, but this just costs less because you don't have an actual finished front on the end with a handle or anything. So it'll probably save you anywhere from 80, 90 bucks or so. So it just depends on more or less. Really, that's such a small amount of cost. Which one do you like better? And I think that's what it's going to boil down to. So I want to show you the difference between those two. And you guys can take a look at it and decide which one makes the most sense to you as well. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys giving me feedback and telling me what you like. Miss Terry, I'm glad we kind of got you on the right track there. Oh, and the other thing I failed to mention, this is a 15-inch drawer, so we're maximizing the depth on there. When it was just shelves before, I did that at a 12-inch depth, and so it may have been 13 or 14-inch depth, actually, now that I think about it. But this one's a little bit deeper at 15 inches, so it will come a little bit outside that doorway once these pull out, but it's not going to stick out past the doorway. I think we have 19 inches or so of space there to begin with. So anyway, just wanted you to look at that. Let me know what you think. I'll send you pricing and stuff as well, so that way that you guys can kind of decide what you want to be able to do. Thank you so much. You guys have a terrific weekend.